We're back.
We're back.
Welcome back, gents.
Welcome back.
Welcome back
again.
Yes, yes.
We know what time it is. It's time for Fred Flags. All right. So on a previous episode, Grayson over here had talked about elevator etiquette.
Massively important.
When you are going to go into an elevator, you need to let the people get out of the elevator first. And the other day, I was getting home, and I go up to the floor. As soon as it opens, this guy was literally standing like in the elevator. I'm like, damn, I just looked, and he just looked, and he he's like, oh, like, sorry, but like, why are you standing so close anyway? Like, when I go to an elevator, I stand back because it could be empty, who knows? But if it's not, you're gonna look weird because you're standing right in front of it like a psychopath, and people are gonna look at you like, dude, are you in a rush? Maybe you should have took the stairs. I don't know. But yeah, so whenever you go into an elevator, step back first so people could come out of the elevator. That's all I'm asking. It's very simple. And that is another Fred Flags. And right to the episode. Okay.
Yeah, it was very funny because as soon as this happened, Fred hit the group chat and was saying like, Grayson, I get it.
He's like, I understand now.
I understand.
I understand your trauma.
Yeah. No, it drives me insane, especially living in a building where we all take the elevator multiple times a day.
Yeah.
And speaking of trauma, it's also brought up in the group chat, and Fred and Grace came over today's topics. The long text message versus the voice memo. What would you rather prefer? We all have our stories. Me, I'm telling you right now. This is from me. I'm going to speak for myself. I hate reading long text messages. If it's longer than 2 sentences, I'm probably not even going to read it. I'd rather just get a voice memo, 60 seconds or less. The program cuts you off anyway, wherever it does in the app. So I'd rather just get a voice memo. Long text messages, I can't stand them. I don't want to read a story. Matter of fact, call me, bro. Just tell me.
Yeah, I'm the same. I love the voice text when it is, like, if it's long. If it's something short, like, hey, what are you doing right now? Then yeah, I'll just text. It's not a big deal. But anything that's long, and actually, I don't know if it's for you too, but for me, the words, I can explain myself better when I say it out loud in a voice text rather than trying to type everything. I'm like, damn, no, I'm trying to say this or that. I don't. For me, it's way easier. But some people just don't like it at all, and I don't know. Some people get annoyed, I think. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I think the voice text definitely, like, it can give more context, because there's so much nuance, I feel like, in how we communicate with our voices as opposed to just writing it down. Mm-hmm. Like, there's countless stories out there of a written text message being interpreted the wrong way whatever it might be. So I do think that the voice text is great for that, especially really long ones. I would rather listen to, a minute long thing as opposed for, take 10 minutes to read this whole big chunk and try to decipher it. And then you get lost in it and you forget the first point they made or, whatever, because you're just scrolling this long, long-winded text message.
Do you ever get those scammer text messages? I've gotten a few of those in the past few years.
All the time.
I got them this morning.
Yeah, all the
what
time.
What did it say?
My UPS delivery will be here on Tuesday.
Yeah. FedEx, we couldn't find you or whatever.
UPS, Fast Track, your Fast Track account is whatever, all that stuff, just this random stuff.
Or I'll get ones from places I don't necessarily even bank with, and it'll be a text saying, like your American Express card, needs to be renewed or is stolen. Like, please send us,
Click on this link and then activate it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Let me tell you some people, do not ever click and activate any link that comes to your phone.
No. And also too, I don't answer phone numbers unless there's a name to it that I know.
Yeah.
I just let it go to voicemail because 9 times out of 10, there's going to be no message because it was a scam one.
Yeah.
And there was a lady who got scammed out of her Chase bank account just by entering the phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Really? I have no idea how.
They've got really, that's pretty high tech.
They wiped her account out.
And all she did was answer the phone and wiped her account out.
Just answer the phone. I watched her interview. I'm like, how does your account get wiped out? Don't you have to click on something?
She might do a little more than that.
I don't know, but if you just answer a phone call and they can, maybe these hackers are so good they can like link your once you answer the phone, they could do something and it just wipes everything out.
Yeah, because I do know, like with the links in the text message, right? As soon as you click that, it
goes to your phone.
They like worms in basically, and they can take information from that. There's all kinds of sketchy shit out there. Yeah. When it comes to the scam stuff and technology nowadays, especially. Like, I mean, I'll be the first to say, like, I don't, I'm not a techie guy, right? Like, I really don't, interact with technology all that much. Like, I work with my hands all day, but like that stuff scares me, man. It's terrifying what they're capable of.
I honestly, like, speak of the tech savvy stuff, I had to learn on my own. COVID actually helped me because once COVID hit, agent self-tapes, get your lights, do this. Now I'm sitting there going, well, how do I put these videos together now?
Yeah.
Because they don't want them all separate. They want everything, your slate, your action, everything together. I literally had to go to, when I had a Samsung, go to the Samsung store and ask them, I said, how do I put all these together? Mm-hmm. And the thing with me, once I see it a couple times, I learn fast. It's easy now. Good. And now they have iPhone, I use iMovie. Now it's easy. It's totally easy. But yeah, I don't click on links. I don't even know how I got on this PR list. I'm on a PR list for like Polo Cologne and another one called Azura, Azzaro or something.
Yeah.
All right. Now I am tech savvy now when it comes to my phone and trying to, learn how to use things on it. But COVID actually, in a way, was kind of a good thing because it taught me how to use the phone.
Yeah.
How to do all that stuff. And now it's, like I said, once I do it a couple times, totally easy. But have you guys ever been hacked?
No, but I was used for a hacker. My person, my identity. Basically.
Oh, I've had that happen.
So
dating sites.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Some girl messaged me from Canada, and she's like, "Hey," she goes, "This guy is trying to say he's you, but like, but I know, I don't know how she even found me."
Yeah.
And I was like,
"You guys playing PlayStation?"
Yeah. You ever heard of PUBG?
Yeah.
We're playing that.
Oh wow.
Hell yeah.
Gotta come join you guys one day.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Talking to the audience, they're playing PUBG. Yeah.
"What's PUBG?"
Yeah. Let me get your
That's a video game.
My phone's right there. I'll get your info next time I see you.
Player
playing PUBG?
Unknown Battlegrounds, I think is what it stands for.
Nice.
Yeah, something like that. I played.
Are y'all gonna play down here?
Once or twice.
Are y'all gonna play down here?
We were going to play down here, but we usually play up there.
Okay, you can play down here. We're gonna be gone in about the next 10, 15 minutes. You want to come back? Yeah.
No, we'll be up there now. I think we're done for tonight.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Have a good time.
All right.
Next time. Talking to the audience.
See you, brother.
Yeah, we're keeping all that in the podcast. Yeah,
you too.
Man. We're keeping all that in there.
All right. So next up, we were talking about this during the cut actually. So you were saying talking about the In-N-Out lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on with that?
They're crazy. And so here's my thing, right? I'm not from California.
Okay.
I think In-N-Out's overrated as hell.
Oh,
that's the only fast food I eat.
That's a hot take.
That's
I think it's overrated as hell.
Hey, he stands by himself in that one. Hey, In-N-Out is in my top 5.
That's the only fast food I eat. Only fast food.
I don't eat a lot of fast food, I will say.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's not much like around us, and I kind of tend to stay in the neighborhood, so like I don't eat a lot of fast food. Mm-hmm. But I don't understand the craze with In-N-Out.
So I never used to like the fries. The fries
are terrible.
The fries to me, when I was a kid, were soggy. I was like, these are garbage or soggy.
Yeah.
Now they're totally fine. I like them. So, but yeah, I like In-N-Out. But I only go maybe once a month, maybe.
Yeah.
If that.
What's your order?
So I either get 1 or 2 hamburgers, no tomato, add onion, and then a fry.
Wow. No cheeseburger?
I don't eat cheese.
Oh, man.
I don't like cheese.
I get a double animal style with fries animal style. Sometimes I get a protein style, or I'll get an onion wrapped, which is also fire.
You get tomato wrap too.
I've had tomato wrap. Tomato wrapped is good.
Yeah.
So is that instead of the bun, it's onion or tomato?
Yeah.
It's so
that's
good.
wild. I haven't tried that.
You should try that.
Yeah.
All right.
But you can get that. But like, I don't like cheese. I don't like avocado. I don't like, what else I don't like? Drama.
My man got real particular.
Coming from the actor, that's hilarious.
Something else creeped in there. Like we went from In-N-Out Burger to I don't like drama. Okay.
That's so funny. I mean, I've never understood it. I think the fries are definitely the biggest kicker for me. Like the burger's fine. It's not bad by any means, but I can't get down with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cindy wants to go tonight, but I'm like, UFC's tonight. But when we get done with this, The fights are half full. I want to
already going.
I want to see at least the last 2 fights.
Yeah, because we have Volkanovski and Diego Lopez
That's the main
for
event.
the featherweight title.
Yeah. And then you have Chandler against Patty the Pimlet.
Batty Pimlet.
Patty the Batty Pimlet.
Yeah, we'll probably catch one of those fights. I mean, we don't have too much longer, but yeah, you'll see
We'll
fights
catch
going
both.
tonight.
You'll definitely catch those last 2.
Yeah.
But if I go in and out right after this, I'm going to miss everything.
You're going to miss everything because you're going to be sitting in that line.
Exactly.
What time the last 2 fights start? What time is it on your phone?
Let's check in.
The main fight started at 7 p.m. I know we're at.
There's 5 on the main card. Bless you. There's 5 on the main card.
So we are.
Where's it at?
So we've got 3 fights left.
We'll go right as of right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So has that fight started, or are they going?
No, so it looks like the Yair Rodriguez and Patricio Pitbull fight is about to start.
Okay, so then you got time.
Yeah.
After that, there's 3 fights left or 2 fights left.
2.
After that, there's 2 fights.
There's a co-main and the main.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we should catch it.
You got time.
We'll be fine. Yeah. They'll have it on at Bible study.
Yeah.
But.
It
should be a good one. I feel like UFC cards recently have been kind of like very up and very down.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So like obviously the pay-per-view events have all been pretty solid, but like, as somebody, I watch whenever I can on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
And they're on most Saturdays, it seems like.
They are, yeah. They are.
But some of those cards can be duds, man.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good one. When they had the UFC Fight Night, which is free.
Free with your ESPN subscription.
Yeah, so you've already paid
still got to pay the ESPN.
Yeah.
Because no one on this couch pirates sporting events.
No
one.
Disclaimer, no, never have, never will.
I don't even know.
No
weird.
one.
But I don't want to be a pirate. That's Seinfeld, by the way. But it's fun. So they're in Miami at the arena where the Heat play.
Oh, okay, cool.
I was in Miami.
Yeah, not that long ago.
For work, and I was staying at the I think the Citizen Hotel, and right across the street was the Miami Heat.
Oh, nice!
Directly across the street.
Oh, you went to the game, right? How was
the game?
So how much was that ticket last night?
So what I did was, I had a buddy out there. My buddy Rocco.
Shout out Rocco.
Rocco.
I'm trying to find a gym.
Yeah.
And I found a gym. I had paid $20 or $10 to use by South Beach, which was totally fine because I was gonna be it that way anyway. But then I was telling Rocco, dude, because I got a buddy of mine who owns Autonomy Gym in Miami, and I was like, he was let me, I'll hook you up. Hooked me up. Gym is fucking dope.
Yeah.
Dope ass gym. So they closed at I think 8:00. And so I walked across the street to the arena, to the box office, and I was like, do you guys have any tickets left? And I go, how much are they right now? And he goes, well, they're about I think it was around 150. And I was like, I don't want to spend 150. I don't really care that much about the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, he goes, well, I go, what time does the box office close? He goes, we close at halftime. Halftime?
There you go.
I'm like, shit, okay. So I was like, so I went to the gym.
Yeah.
I went to the gym. They had all TVs on. So obviously they had the game on. And I got back to the hotel, ran across the street, and I bought a ticket for the second half. It was $117 still. They don't really deduct the price.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I asked, I was like, do you guys deduct the price because it's halftime? You guys are going to lose.
Yeah, it should be a half price ticket.
He goes, no. He goes, people would think they do that, but usually they don't do that. So I had a decent seat for $117.
There you go.
I just went for the experience. I had nothing else to do. It was a Friday night.
Who'd they play?
Minnesota.
Oh, okay, nice.
And who won? Miami. It came down to the last shot, actually, which was kind of cool, too.
Yeah, that
was cool, too.
Good.
So it came down last shot. So, yeah, so that was totally fun.
Yeah.
I mean, just to go experience.
Like a great night.
Speaking of basketball teams, Lakers on their way to the playoffs. Lakers.
You think they get the 2 seed?
No. They can't. They're in the third.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah. So they clinched the third seed yesterday. They played tomorrow, which no one's going to play. Bronny will probably play 40 minutes because they can't go up or down. They're stuck in the third seed.
We're not going to bash Bronny. We saw what LeBron said to Stephen A. All right, we're going to leave Bronny alone.
If LeBron wants to come on the pod and we can talk about it, it's totally fine with us.
I support. I saw Bronny play with the South Bay Lakers. He was balling.
Yeah, he's good.
He's getting better.
He's got a smooth shot.
He's a great G League player.
Yeah, he's developing.
Yeah.
He had one game in the NBA where he dropped 17, 20 points. I mean, the Lakers lost that game, but he still dropped.
They play tomorrow in Portland.
Yeah.
No stars are playing because the Lakers cannot go up or down. They're stuck in the third seed, which is perfect.
Oh, yeah.
So they're not going to play. So all it's going to be a G League game.
So who do we have in the first round then, if we're in the third spot?
Well, it depends because
Let's take a look.
there's 4 teams that are tied right now.
Damn.
It goes
Again.
so tomorrow, Golden State plays the Clippers.
Yeah.
In Golden State. If Golden State wins, they play the Lakers.
As predestined.
3-6.
Yeah.
And it's in the bio. This podcast was started because we all like the Dodgers and the Lakers.
Oh, yeah.
So we will often talk about Dodgers and Lakers.
Very
on,
true.
But right now,
on
it's
every other podcast or every other episode, you will hear a Dodgers.
Last
Lakers
week I
combo.
made it to my first Dodger game of the new season.
I'm going to one on Tuesday. I'm going to Jackie Robinson Day. Are you going?
nice.
Oh, you always go to that one, huh? Every year.
That is like a religion for me.
Is it Jackie Robinson Day?
Yeah, that's the one game I go to every year starting the Dodger All-Star for me.
Nice.
I go to that game every year because what
Yeah.
Jackie Robinson did for the league, breaking racial barriers. I mean, it's so many reasons why I like the Dodgers. It's just they did it. They
Totally.
It's like, I mean, come
Totally.
on.
Yeah, no,
Jackie
I went.
Robinson,
I went last week for like a shop outing, basically. So
Nice.
we closed up a little early that night, and we went up to the Dodger game.
Oh, we should have an outing one day. We should all go.
Yeah, definitely.
We do the pod there.
That might be a little hard.
That would be tricky.
Well, actually, no.
I don't know if they would let you bring in all the equipment.
No, actually, no. We could do a pod off my phone.
You can do it off a phone
but it would
with
be,
Yeah, true.
headphones.
It would be very just like my phone, the mic
That would
thing
be.
in there.
I mean, why not? I mean,
Yeah, it might be fun.
It'd be fun. We could do one.
You'll
what-
pick up
what-
all the background
Do
noise,
it.
but
Do it. Yes, we can do a
Yeah.
podcast from Dodger Stadium, but the sound's gonna be chopped because you can't. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna do one. We'll do when we all go together. We will do a podcast. at Dodger
seventh inning
Stadium.
stretch
We
podcast.
could-
Yeah,
We could
I
do
will
one.
Hold the phone like this. I will bring the little clip mic thing, and we'll pass the mic on. I have a whole
yeah.
thing from. I have a whole little small mic thing
Yeah.
for my phone.
All right, yeah. No,
Yeah.
that sounds like it
It'd
sounds
be
like a
great.
good
It'd be
time.
good.
we could
game.
do one on the 6th Street Bridge.
Yeah, get mugged while we do it.
Just throwing out shit. I don't know.
Get mugged while we do
Maybe.
it.
But
That'd be kind of cool. A location podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, location-based
yeah,
podcasting.
just wherever you're at, you just do it.
LBP.
Yeah.
yeah, and this podcast might be kind of chalked. I'm not gonna lie. There's like a cricket in the background. One of the audience members kicked out the plug when we were recording earlier.
Yeah.
so it'll be interesting.
Yeah,
So we're gonna go ahead and
it's that
It's having fun with it.
that kind of vibe
it
tonight.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
audience, we love you, but don't judge us for this.
We
episode.
we do indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, we're figuring it out.
We're getting them done. Oh, Robert Greene.
It's the most animated I've ever seen.
I know,
that.
right? I was having a Tom Cruise moment. Okay, so Robert Greene wrote in his book, The Art of Mastery, and he talks about 10,000 hours. A lot of philosophers have talked about it, but it was like 10,000 hours. If you put in 10,000 hours in anything you do, you're going to become a master at it, whether it's cutting hair, designing clothes, sneakers, podcasting. So every podcast we do is a rep towards our 10,000 hours for us to become really, really good at this.
Hell yeah.
Whether it's the audio, whether it's how we communicate with each other. And I hope that you're growing with us as an audience and you're liking, subscribing, commenting. And even if you don't, tell your friends about it and maybe they will. So that was the whole 10,000 hours thing. And you guys can Google that up.
Oh, yeah.
About-
So that's when you send like the data stuff.
Yeah.
That's the one that take the longest.
Longest, yeah. So you guys can
Yeah.
Google up about 10,000 hours mastery toward whatever you're doing. Let's say like you suck as a guitar player, like you're horrible. If you spend at least, I think they said maybe 10 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day playing the guitar every day, from the first day you play to the 30th day or 30th day, you're going to be better than you are the first day.
Of
And if
course.
you keep playing for a year, you're gonna master it. I'm not saying you're gonna be Jimi Hendrix, but you will know how to play the guitar.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's with anything.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's
Yeah.
You work out for 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna look better. You're gonna feel better.
You don't eat dessert for 30 days. You don't eat chips for 30 days. You don't drink for 30 days.
Whoa, we're crossing lines, buddy.
Then
Whoa.
you'll see the difference.
Totally.
Yeah, you totally see the difference.
No, that experience.
You
plays
don't
a
cut
huge-
your hair for 30
plays a huge
days.
factor.
You'll see the difference.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it is about that
And if you don't
time,
cut
though.
your hair for 30 days, you might need to go to a barber.
Yes, indeed.
We
yes,
happen
indeed.
to know a
I had
barber.
So speaking of, I'll tell one barber story
Go ahead.
from this last week. So one of my regulars, he had went and got his hair cut somewhere else because he was with a buddy of his down in OC, and so they just ended up going and getting haircuts while they were down there. I don't know what the hell happened, or what this barber was on or whatever. But he came to me the next day and was like, I fucked up. I need you to fix it, basically. And I think, if memory serves, I think it's the first time that's ever happened, where it was like a regular of mine who went somewhere else, and it was rough.
Yeah.
I mean, it was rough. I had to really, really see what I could do even, with it.
Yeah.
But it was cool. We got him right, and he had a first date later that evening.
Nice.
And I checked in with him the next morning, and I was like, how do we do? He goes, second date's next week. I'm like, all right, there we go, baby.
Wow.
There we go.
I do have a question about something. So,
Yeah.
when I was in Miami,
Fred,
what?
it's about that time.
No, we got time for one question.
We got time for one.
We'll go a little over.
Yeah, we can go a little over. I think it's okay.
I'm trying to catch a UFC fight, but go on.
No, we're fine because
we're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
No.
So when I was in Miami, I got booked for a job when I came back.
Yeah.
And so they had asked me, hey, can you get your hair faded or whatever? I'm like, so where I go, Emilio, I was flying back on Saturday, and I was like, by the time I get back, he's booked anyway.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'd find a place in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I just Googled barbers.
Yeah.
I found one. I went there, and he had asked, he goes, do you want a lineup?
Yeah.
I'm like, no. And I was wondering, because I know in Miami, just because of the culture there's a lot of, they like it very
Crisp,
clean.
yeah.
Very crisp. I was like, no, I'm good. I don't want to line up.
Yeah.
I don't know what they'd even do for a lineup.
They would just line it up.
Basically, yeah. You just kind of create more of a defined edge.
Yeah.
I did a fashion show one year, and I don't know why I did this. I let them line up my beard to where they were actually cutting right here.
Oh, they cut
this. They did this. I looked like fucking John B. And it was fucking horrible.
The R&B singer. I know that.
Remember I had the pencil beard?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was fucking stupid. Yeah. I was like, never. After that, I was like, no one's touching my beard.
Yeah.
I do my own beard. I don't.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't mess with that anymore.
Fair play.
All right.
We rolling out?
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
We went over by 2 minutes. We can use that towards our 10,000 hours.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
We need that.
Well done. That was really well done.
That was a good button, Fred. That was good.
You know what? In fact, we're just gonna leave the mics right here. That's the key to keep rolling. We'll come back tomorrow so we can add to those 10,000 hours.
As a matter of fact, you could take the mic home with you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Microphone check.
Oh God,
a little bit of 8 Mile.
Start freestyling over
8 Mile
here.
there for you.
All right, I got my moment of gratitude pulled up here. So this is one that I just kind of wrote down I was sitting in a coffee shop and I was thinking about what I was going to say tonight. But I think in life, it's real easy to get wrapped up, especially today, in self-image, right? And whether it's social media and seeing this glamorous, glorified version of somebody else's life. And then judge that against your own reality, as opposed to my social media, it might look sick and I live this crazy cool life, I have fun at work, I go out to a cool bar, whatever it might be, but I'm not necessarily posting when I have to deep clean the shop or when I am doing laundry at home or all of these different things. And so I think you can't always judge yourself against this social media scape that we kind of exist in nowadays. And don't get me wrong, I love posting on Instagram and I love seeing what my friends are posting on Instagram and all of the above. But I think authenticity is important and something that I like to try to focus on and remember that what I might be seeing on my phone is not necessarily always the most accurate version of somebody's life. Because life is, it's full of great moments and it's full of boring moments, and that's how it goes. That's what makes it beautiful.
I love that. That's dope. Take us home, Fred.
All right, guys. You know what to do. You need to comment. No, hold on here. You need to comment, subscribe, and eat your smash burger.
And we'll see you next week.
We're out.
We're going to get those 10,000 hours one way or the other. We're out.